Good.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Okay, great. Okay, welcome to the podcast here. Let's give it up for our co-host, Graham Elwood, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, and then we have our guest, Phil Risden from New York City.
There we go.
Yeah, we got both
No
coasts
applause.
in here. Yeah. All right, so Phil, you are a New York comedian. You are a New York grinder in the clubs, 15 years in,
That's what they say.
going through it in the trenches.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sounds like a guy with a heroin addiction.
That's what I'm saying. Like grinding it out.
Yeah, do you have trench
living
foot?
in the
Is this the
streets.
First World War?
You're under the overpass.
You're a pickpocket.
yeah,
You're
yeah. You sound like fucking Oliver Twist.
No, I'm jealous, dude. You're killing it. Who's some of your favorite people to perform with? Who's the big guys for you?
I mean, I guess the big guys would be like Godfrey, Mark Norman.
Oh my God,
fucking,
Godfrey.
Like Sam Morril.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Sam Morril is a joke writing machine.
oh yeah.
Him
yeah.
and what's his name together, they're fucking machines.
Oh yeah,
dude.
man. There's so many
Yeah.
great comics. There's another
Oh my
comic,
God.
Simeon Goodson, who's like
Okay.
really great. I love him. He's out of New York and stuff.
Gottfried, I started with him in Chicago.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody knows that voice is not his real voice, right?
Who?
What do you mean?
Gilbert Gottfried? Oh, you
Oh,
mean
no,
Gottfried
I'm talking about
Gottfried.
Gottfried.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes more sense.
Yeah,
You're talking
'cause
about
Gilbert Gottfried,
Right.
who
No.
was the parrot in like Aladdin.
Yeah, and he's dead now.
Yes, and he's
yeah,
dead
you're not
now.
performing.
Yeah,
with
I
the
didn't. I'm
dead
not
guy.
70. I didn't start
yeah,
with Gilbert.
Gottfried, yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Didn't you do
My
vaudeville?
yes.
Yeah.
It was me, Buster Keaton,
Yeah.
and then
You and
Yeah.
Fatty Arbuckle.
yeah, we did. Yes,
Fucking
I
killing
did a
it.
bunch of funny bones with Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, no, Godfrey.
Yeah, no, you're right.
black
You're
guy.
right.
Black
My
guy.
mistake. Black guy. I was gonna.
Large
Yeah.
black man.
No,
He does all the
excellent
impressions.
Nigerian impression.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, cool. He's a machine too, dude. He's
No, he's
so
amazing.
funny.
He's amazing.
Fucking
Yeah.
black guy funny is next level funny, right?
Yes.
Black guy funny,
I
like
would
black
agree with
crowds. If you can kill it in front of a black crowd,
Yes.
you're the man, right?
Because they need you to really be responsible for what you say on stage.
Yeah.
They're
And
like holding you to it.
yeah, they're not gonna laugh. Just fucking.
No.
Then not
for
only will
whatever.
they not laugh, I mean, sometimes they can be mean or they
Yeah.
can be funnier than you.
Yeah.
Which is even the worst. That's
Yeah.
the worst one.
Yeah.
You
They're
know,
training you.
Yeah. It can be tough though. So it makes sense why he's so strong at it, man. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of great rooms, like in Harlem and shit. And
Yeah.
Bed Stuy and all that.
Black
shit.
rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
black
you
shit.
do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say definitely.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, man. There's this place, this dude, Ishmael Gaynor, he used to have a show up in Harlem called The Shrine or whatever.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. It was like a Sunday brunch show.
No way. That's so weird.
And yeah, very weird. You wouldn't
Huh.
think that it would work, but it was actually a really funny time. People loved it.
Yeah.
Got great crowds every single time. Yeah, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you are trying to tour for the big comedian now. What's leveling up for you, and you're trying to do your social media. You want to
Yeah.
hit it on social media right now.
I mean, yeah, but I think you're asking like you want to tour for this big comedian.
Yeah.
That would be nice, but realistically, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just trying to tour for myself.
Yeah. You
And
want
then
to
whatever
grind in the
happens,
clubs.
happens.
Yeah.
You know, not even club. I mean, clubs if I can get them, sure.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, nah, just fucking. You'd be surprised how many random theaters in like Lexington, Kentucky, you can just
Yeah.
call, book a time in, and then just handle your advertising.
Right.
You know, go there, shoot the whole hour that you're performing.
Yeah.
Cut that up into clips.
Yeah.
Post that. Post the little pictures you took with the meet and greet
Doing it
after,
yourself.
and people talk. Yeah, just do it yourself.
So
You don't
many
need all that
comedians, somebody said one time the work off the stage. And it fucked me up a little bit. I was like, there's work off the stage, and like,
That's 90% of it.
yeah. And you got to do the work off the stage to get
Yeah.
on the stage.
And I think too, everybody like and I was like this too. Everybody wants permission to like be a comedian, but you're already a comedian, so
Yeah.
just do the job.
Yeah.
Like that's really something I think for a long time. Like I was really waiting. Like, all right, if I grind it at these open mics
Yeah.
every day, I'll just get sharp enough that I'm booked on all these shows.
Yeah.
Then I'm booked at all these clubs. Then from there, I'll find an agent, and then I'm booked at these places, and they're booking everything
That's
for
the
me.
dream.
And that does happen. It still happens
Yeah.
now, even though it's a little different on social media.
That's the grind.
There is a grind to it. It's real. It's there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen for everybody. And I've
Yeah.
seen tons of people who are hysterical who have leapfrogged that
Yeah.
because they just said fuck it and they just did whatever they wanted to do, and now they're here.
Yeah.
And everybody's acting like they made it through the club shit. It's like you didn't even fuck with that guy.
Huh.
You know?
That's funny.
So it's like just do it. Whatever you want to do, just do.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fucking so cool.
Yeah. So I'm
And-
big into letting comics know like the functions of it and like
Well,
You don't have to
nobody
make all your money
sees
from
that.
comedy.
Nobody sees that behind the scenes thing. They just
Yeah.
see them on stage, and then
Yeah.
they're like, yeah.
just
That
find
is-
something remote and just take a megabus to
You know who
fucking Philly.
Victor Patterson is?
You know,
You know who
that's
Victor
it.
Patterson is?
No.
He's got a big beard, and he's like a Eastern European guy, but he tours the world with his wife, and he books the shit out of himself.
Yeah.
Sells his own fucking tickets,
Exactly.
and
Wow.
tours the entire world.
Yeah.
Like show, you know. And he
Yeah.
just came through, and he was one of the last people to play the club, but yeah, he's doing it his way, and he's building his way up, and that's a cool way to do it. He does it himself.
And it's a very free way to do things, I think, because you get to just be who you are. I think a lot of times we're always worried about outside perception, you know, in a comedy scene. Do these comedians like me? Does this booker like me? You're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Every booker is a fucking enigma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a personality type.
yeah.
And I don't know, you just kind of get tired of it after a while. And you realize that, like, comedy scenes don't really have any integrity or, like, morals or
Right.
anything.
Logic.
So, there's no logic to it. It's,
Yeah.
they like you, sure, and they might give you more, but if you just have more, they will give you more.
It's
So
at the
just
end
do
of the
it.
day, it's a business. And
Exactly.
it still is a business. And like when I came up, there was no social media.
Yeah.
So you had to be relying on these people
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
book me, agent.
Gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers. Now,
None.
who gives a shit? Like if my fucking 16-year-old niece gets 1 million followers,
Yeah.
she's gonna go headline.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She'll sell more tickets than me. That's
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
reality. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
go get a following, and
that's
every
it.
minute it's changing. There's an algorithm and now AI, whatever. But you get to go get a following,
100%.
and if you can sell tickets, I mean, it's always been about ticket sales.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the only way to get a following prior to all of this
Yeah.
was traditional legacy media
Yes.
giving you a show,
Yes.
putting you on Letterman,
Exactly.
and if they said yes, then you get this.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
now you can go,
No more gatekeepers.
Fuck you.
if you're willing to hustle, but you gotta hustle.
Yeah, you
gotta
really have to.
work so hard.
But I think that's also why it's so good, because there's a lot of people who I think have been hustlers but have been locked out of the scene because
Yeah.
maybe certain people didn't like them or
Yeah.
different personalities.
And-
Comedians are weird. We're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it really does not matter. And I think the best thing to realize with this shit of getting your shit out there is like, you clamor for these comedy clubs, but it's like, it's not a comedy club. It's a fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a bar.
All these places are bars and
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
And in order to keep you there, instead of a jazz band, they have a comedian.
or
So
karaoke, or trivia night,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck. Like,
Poetry or whatever.
it's whatever. Like, dude, so like think about it that way. Like, yes, Jerry Seinfeld performs here, but he's truly performing in a restaurant right
Yeah.
now. That is all that it fucking is, man.
Mm.
And it's just about selling the tickets. They will have you right next to him if you can get them enough asses in the seats.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
when
how
you
good are.
when you have a following, you then get to call the shots.
Yeah.
I've been on the road with guys that had this following. I've gotten to the place where I've kind of built this following up,
Yep.
Yeah.
and got COVID
You
kind of
got
fucked
some
up.
big videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some huge followers and stuff, and when you start to be able to say,
Yep.
I can guarantee you this many people are going to
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
Fans.
I get my own choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comedy club, you want to give me a 70-30 split? Bye. He's
Yeah.
giving me an 80-20.
Exactly.
Bye. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
it's that simple.
No.
And the comedy clubs, I've done, before COVID, Ron Placone and I were doing this progressive comedy tour, and we did some comedy clubs, and we found Ron did a lot of this work, found a lot of non-traditional venues that kind of just hustle.
Yeah.
And the comedy clubs were good in the sense that they have an infrastructure in place
Yes.
to do stand-up comedy.
Yes.
And they have a
That's it.
website and clips, and
Yeah.
they know exactly what's coming there.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting 70-30 or 60-40 splits, or there's these minimums, and they, usually you're talking about 250, 300 seats, and we were at the 100 seat
Yeah.
range. So
Yeah, yeah.
the clubs were like, I'll give you Thursday night. Whereas then we would go to some bar in Lexington, Kentucky
Yep,
that had an
exactly.
upstairs room.
Yeah.
And we packed 80 people in
Yep,
there,
they
and they
love that.
said, just give us the bar. We did our own ticketing.
Exactly.
And we
Exactly.
fucking made bank,
Yes.
baby.
Right.
And it was us, our
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
Everyone there was there to see us.
Yep.
That's fucking cool.
And then we did merch and meet and greets afterwards. That covered all of our travel expenses.
Wow.
And then you take pictures and shit, and now these club owners that told you Thursday are looking at you a little different.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
they
they're like,
want that.
oh, okay, I guess he can do that. Let's try and support him.
And I stopped taking it personally.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I,
personal.
and I used to get all mad, this and that, but I had a couple comedy club owners that I really respect.
Yes.
I'll give the guy that runs Helium. I'll say him by name. A Dorfman who runs the Nashville. I've known the Dorfman brothers for years,
People love those places.
and they're great because they're straightforward.
Yeah.
And they said to me, "Look, Graham, I would love to bring you in on a Saturday night, but you don't sell enough tickets."
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It ain't about who's fun. And I remember
Exactly, yeah.
I remember Andrew Dorfman said to me, he goes, Graham, I would love to cut you a big check. You're one of the good guys in the business.
Easy to deal with.
You're easy to deal with. You're a good dude. My staff loves you. I would love
Funny.
to cut you a big check. I hope the day comes when
Yeah.
you can just pack this fucking club.
Yeah.
He's saying it nicely.
He's saying it the
Yeah.
right way, and
Yeah.
I'm not being. And some club owners are assholes, but some comics are crybabies.
Oh, yeah.
and they
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
handle the reality of.
Yeah.
But I'm hilarious. It doesn't
want
matter.
that.
No, gimme.
Yeah.
You have to earn it.
And I also feel like, too, everything's cyclical, right? And I feel like comedy is coming back around to, like, where it started. Like, from, like, vaudeville or, like, even before, like, comedy clubs with, like, cabarets
Yeah.
and shit, where comedians were just performing anywhere.
A piece.
Like, there was this time, in the, like, the Cosby era, all that time, right? They're performing in random underground spots.
Right.
Then it gets popular with
This is
Fire.
pre-rape Cosby, right?
I mean, is there any pre-rape Cosby? Let's be honest. No, we don't really
He
know.
started early.
Yeah, right.
Before we ended it, that's what I meant to say.
He was raping people in black and white. He's getting on film reels. But no, it's like, like all that shit, and then they made it so popular that people saw them and were like, I
big
want to
boom.
be, like all those guys got sitcoms, and people saw them and were like, I don't even really want to do a sitcom. I just want to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And then all these clubs were born and all that shit, and now TikTok is like the new Johnny Carson almost. You get this big video, right? And now everybody's back doing it as a stepping stone just to be in a movie, just to get their own personal persona bigger, and it is what it is. Like, that's why I think when people are so upset about these influencers and shit, I'm like, are you upset at Seinfeld? Because it's the same thing.
Yeah, popularity.
Are you upset at Dennis Leary?
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but for different
He
reasons.
gets a 5-minute set, and then he's just an actor now and doesn't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
There's tons.
He
of
stole a
comics
lot
that
of
I
stuff
love.
from CK, supposedly.
Sure, but I mean, they all
And Bill
fucking
Hicks.
shit.
I can tell
Yeah,
you. I can tell
exactly.
you, Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you this great thing. Bill Hicks was playing at the Funny Firm in Chicago.
Yeah.
This is like '94, something like that, and it's packed. We went. Me and my friends were at every show, watching him in the back of the room every night, and he was fucking amazing. And he would do his bits, and he would go on these riffs, and then at the end of the show, he'd go, "Anybody questions?" And it was actually Jimmy Dore goes, "What about Dennis Leary?" And Dennis Leary had just blown up.
Oh
Right.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
an asshole, the song.
Just blown up, and he's the guy.
MTV.
He was on MTV doing his, and
Yeah.
and of course, this is the '90s. You can smoke on stage. Hicks smoked. He sits, he pulls out, lights a cigarette, and he goes, "It's good to see my act from 3 years ago still working."
Yeah.
And we were like,
You were in the room for
I
that.
was in the
I
room.
heard about that line.
dude,
Yeah.
we were in the room, and we were just like,
Wow. You saw in Chicago? You saw that in Chicago.
Chicago. This is the Funny Firm.
Dude, that's
That's
legendary.
fucking
That's
amazing.
history. That's comedy history right
Dude,
there.
This was
Yeah,
this
dude.
was the that was the Funny Firm. It was a 400-seat club. A block and a half away was a 450-seat improv. They were both packed every night.
Yeah.
The Monday night,
Chicago.
Chicago. The Monday night open mic at the Funny Firm was packed. I remember
Yeah.
I tried to get on it every week, and I finally got on it, and I was like,
Crazy, dude.
holy shit.
450 people for an open mic.
On a Monday fucking night.
Wow.
dude,
God.
that's
It was
amazing.
nuts.
That's
It
awesome.
was nuts.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
Wild.
that's my
They love open mics in Europe, supposedly. And they're like, yeah. And they when people bomb, they kind of like it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They're like, they like the emotional drama or something.
Well, I think
Yeah, that's my impression.
There's a lot of like I think outside of like New York, LA, and maybe even Chicago, there's tons of open mics that real people just go to.
Yeah,
That it'll be a crowd of like 60 people for
Yeah.
a weekly open mic watching people.
that's what
try
they say
new
about
things.
Europe. Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely happened in the U.S. as well too.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It can be entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, I think both are interesting because I think there is a lot to get out of like the more New York style open mic where it's just comics waiting to go up. I think it does make you sharper sometimes.
Yeah.
But then it's also good to have that.
I think, I don't know. My experience, I think the problem with those types of open mics, and they're everywhere.
Music
I think.
open mics or
No,
mixed bag?
The kind of open mics where it's mostly comics.
Yeah.
The problem that I see is comics are then just playing to the back of the room,
I agree.
and they're not writing material that's gonna work anywhere else.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're just doing
yeah,
inside
different
joke
room.
stuff.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah,
well, you
yeah.
guys, we could just do this in the green room.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's true.
Right.
That's absolutely true.
And so I'm like, yeah, that's a funny joke, but
where are we
you
going? Yeah. What is this?
are you gonna do this
useful
on
for?
Saturday night?
Yeah.
You are not. You're perfectly middle of the house. You appeal to the comedians and the crowd. You're not front of house, back of house. You're not front of house, back of house. I'm a little back of house. Sue me. But yeah, I try to be mass appeal. I try to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Nice people out for a nice night.
Well, I think it also too. It's like it all just goes into like what you give into it, and also, even though I was doing those mics, I just didn't give a fuck about letting only those people laugh. I always
Yeah.
wanted to know like, is this joke the funniest?
Right.
And like that, in that way, it can make it. It can be the best place to be because they don't want to laugh at you.
Right.
You're not playing to the back of the room. And if you happen to have a joke that still gets them through all that shit, then it's worth something.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Tough room.
And then the open mics with like real people, they give you stage presence
Yeah.
and your timing,
Yeah.
But yeah, it all sucks anyway. It's all fucking dumb.
Now-
I'm trying to get paid. I need to get paid, dude. Fuck.
Now, I don't know how much we all want to talk about this, and it's a little not funny, but what do you think, what's your experience of the Bangkok comedy scene? And we've had a couple of
balls.
dramatic incidents, and, yeah. So what sucks balls, there's a vibe of misogyny and dirtiness and just,
It's like Austin with less talent.
yeah.
It's like that's all it is. It's like Austin if no one was funny. If like,
Right.
even Kill
So
Tony was
it's
funny.
all the worst bucket pulls put
Yes.
together
Yes.
in an open mic.
Yes,
is
yes.
what you're saying.
Guys, yes. It's the worst bucket pulls put together. That's what
Beautiful,
all it
Phil.
is.
Just fucking gorgeous. Fucking hold it up there.
Terrible. It's like if all the worst guys at the open mic fucking just flew to an Asian
Yeah.
country and decided to take
Let's
over.
make it weird.
That's it.
Okay, you know what I realized
You know?
recently
All
is I did a lot of poetry, and poetry can be fucking awful, right?
Okay.
But comedy, bad comedy, is really painful too, right?
Yeah.
It hurts you inside,
It's-
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
somebody's up there and they're eating shit, it's hard.
Because I think comedy, for the most part, is meant to agitate on some
Yeah.
level. You know what I
Stir.
mean? The whole point is like
It's
I'm
fu-
stirring people up and then I'll relieve you, but they don't relieve you.
It has to be. Right, no, it's a great point. Stand-up comedy, by its nature, should be a little confrontational.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's got to be funny confrontation.
Exactly.
It's the thing. Like if we're longtime friends and I bust your balls, my goal is, if I'm not being an asshole, to make you laugh.
Exactly.
You bust my balls and make me laugh. But if
Exactly.
I'm crossing a line and you're like,
Over
hey,
and over.
fuck you, then,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I'm just joking. It's like,
Yeah.
well, no, you're not, asshole. Like,
Or you tell them they don't even understand the joke, and it's
Yeah.
like you don't understand how you're insulting me. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
no, I got the joke. I'm just not laughing.
Yeah, I just hate
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So
This is
shitty
stupid.
jokes.
You're an awful human being.
Well,
You know,
I'll say.
it fucking sucks.
I think
balls.
like the number one and having gone to seen different comedy scenes and stuff like that, every comedy scene is very similar from what I've seen.
It's
Yeah.
all yes. It's
not
all
the
the
First
same
year, second
archetypes.
years, open mics at
always
the
a co-
base.
It's 10% or less are going to be actually funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's that number is there, and
Yeah.
it's maybe 15% in a certain market or
Yes.
6% in, like. But
Yeah.
ultimately, there's always a handful of people that are. There's always a handful of like, oh, they're actual professionals that are
Yes.
taking this seriously. There's a couple people you go, wow, if they keep working at this,
Yeah.
they're gonna get
gonna
it.
get it,
And then
yeah.
there's people where you're just like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the number one greatest deterrent to getting people to come buy a ticket to an actual comedy show is bad comedy. How many friends have you said, and they're like, I went to a show like 8 years ago, it was so awful.
Yeah.
They're just like, get me out of here. And then
It's painful.
This crowd work trend, Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
man.
Christ. I got so much to say about this. Because here's the thing with crowd work. To be good, what you're doing crowd work, you're writing on the spot.
Yeah.
So if you have not developed your joke writing skills, it's like a musician that wants to skip the scales and the basics
Yes.
to just go to fucking Jimi
go to
Hendrix.
town, yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
The greatest musicians in the world were the most fundamental.
Yeah.
We could use anything.
Yeah.
Jordan, the most fundamental cat ever.
Yep.
And then he could do all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what drives me nuts in this trend, and it's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to my Ron Placone about this, and he goes, "Oh God." He goes, Ron made a great example. He goes, "Graham, it's like improv comedy. Improv." He goes, "When you see really good improv, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep.
The other 95% of
Tough.
it sucks."
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing happen is comics that haven't developed, and they're doing it for the social media
Oh,
clip.
yeah.
And so they're just like, they'll see a couple sitting there, like, you guys fucking? And it's like, I'm edgy. No, you're just
Hacky.
being, you're not
Yeah.
hacky. You're not.
It gets laughs in the moment, but it's a shitty laugh, right? It's not a.
It's an
I
uncomfortable
think-
laugh. It's
Yeah.
it's a like it's the guy sitting there with his girlfriend going,
Yeah.
I want to punch you in the fucking throat,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I gotta pretend like this is cool.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lose my fucking mind.
Because this will be on video of me punching you,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play it
And then
cool.
it kind
Maybe
of.
more gatekeepers we need.
Yeah.
Well, this is everything is a good and a bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so the gatekeeper era, the downside was you were at the mercy of
Yeah.
of
Sometimes vindictive people.
or just yeah, like I don't like you for whatever reason.
Yeah. So you're not getting that.
So you're not
And
getting
white
that.
guys, it was made for white guys, like.
There was some of that.
Yeah.
Some, but
There's some of that.
there
but
was some of
there's-
that, but also in the 90s, I started to
opened up.
hear it opened up, but I started to hear "Sorry, no more white guys."
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard that
yeah.
the last 5 years. I've
Yeah.
flat out heard that, and it's
Yeah.
like I've never been given stage time for any. There's one reason I've ever been given stage time. I crush.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So yes, some of that the gatekeepers were like, "Oh, we need a white guy." Absolutely,
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm not denying that, but that can go both ways.
Sure.
The other thing. We talked about the upside of social media and how you can just make your own hustle.
Oh yeah.
The downside is I can just put up bullshit
Yes.
and maybe it'll get clicks and likes and views. Like there's
Yeah.
a chick who's she's a millionaire for selling farts in a jar.
Yeah.
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 That's off.
Bathwater.
That's evil.
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's
Yeah.
humanity's collapsing.
Yeah.
Like
I know what you
Perverts.
mean.
Guys are perverts.
and then like it demeans.
Everything you do.
I'm sitting there like I'm
Yeah.
busting my ass for decades to be
Yeah.
the funniest joke I can, and I'm just like, should I just start? I joked about this. Should I just do a foot fetish cam and make
Yeah.
a fuck ton of money?
Dude.
So like,
Or even, kind of to what you're saying, it's like you could have the greatest, like the algorithm doesn't always reward what's actually the best.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you could have the best joke, like the most creative joke, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hilarious, and the crowd is fucking laughing so hard, the camera's shaking. You know what I mean? 30 likes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And then you're
Potentially.
just on the street getting a hot dog and you trip and you're like, oh, fuck. 3 million likes,
Yeah.
and now you have a comedy career.
You don't know what
You know?
video's gonna hit, and if you think it's gonna hit, it probably
Yeah.
won't hit, and
Dude.
then it's a surprise.
I've seen comedians gain careers off of clips of them bombing.
Yeah.
before.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
That's so funny.
that gets people to be like, this guy's funny. It's like, no, that person's creating a funny instance in their life.
Yeah.
If you see them, they're not actually funny. He did that by accident.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't recreate that.
So to me, the thing that I would always say, and I've had younger comics come to me, because again, I started when I was 18.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the first 10 some years of my career, I was the youngest guy on every show.
Yeah, I know.
Now I'm
That's a
always the
weird
oldest
shift,
guy.
yeah.
so
not
so
a fun one.
it's like, but they always say, what should I do? I always say these two things. I go, keep writing, record your sets, and listen to the wording of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say, learn how to work clean. I can work dirty. I can swear. I used to close on a vibrator joke. I'm not saying I'm holier than thou. I'm saying learning how to work clean is a
Yes.
muscle you need to learn.
Yeah.
Increases versatility.
Increases versatility. There's more shows you can do. Do you
Yeah.
want to be on TV? Yeah,
Commercial.
of course. Well,
Yeah.
you know, and also, it is an easy laugh. Look, I've done the Friday late shows
Yeah.
where I
Right.
just put at the end of every joke a butt plug and it gets a
Yeah.
laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I know
Funny,
what's-
dirty word.
I
Yeah.
know I know I'm not being a genius.
Also, you can like make jokes that are challenging to the crowd.
Yes.
Without cursing.
Yes.
Or without
Yeah.
being explicit.
Yeah.
And I think people don't really realize that all the time. You know, they think they have to be like tied together.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yep.
And the younger comics being super dirty, I mean, I think it's a little bit of a trend. I mean, there was more of a language restriction stuff at clubs when I started.
Yeah.
There isn't as much now.
So people are just
So
going
people just
for it.
going all over it. The internet, you can kind of say a bunch of crazy shit. But I would say this: I see a lot of comics, and they're like, "Man, I'm edgy." I'm like, "No, you're just being gross."
You're just
Yeah.
shitty. You're
Yeah,
just a
you're just
shitty
like my
comic.
balls, or all the female comics
Yeah.
doing the squirting jokes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Is there a joke there?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Just like what? If you have a dirty joke or a sex joke and it's well written, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
If you wrote a smart, funny joke, and it actually is smart and funny, and it revolves around your fucking vagina or your butthole or your
Yeah,
dick or whatever,
creative.
great, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna go ball sack,
Yeah.
what? Tell me what the joke is.
Love that bit.
Yeah,
Some rooms that's gonna work in, but most no.
you know my ball sack.
That's pretty special, right?
That's the name of my new special. It's just ball sack and me going like.
Jackass.
fucking great.
Okay, let's watch a video.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Okay, somebody getting beat up. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this guy.
Oh yeah!
Christ.
Boom! Boom! Knocked out
Wow.
3 guys and 2 guys and a girl. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Where is this?
oh!
With the whole thing, and he got away.
Fuck yeah! Boom!
That you know, I gotta give him a little credit. Because
get
most
a-
dudes, it's like you do something and you're like, I'm fucked, and you just give in.
Yeah.
He's sitting around somewhere
Living
watching
the
that
dream.
video.
Boom! 1. Boom! 2. Boom! 3.
Oh my god.
Boom! 4.
Those were not good shots.
They weren't. no. And you can't really see his face too well. either.
Yeah.
So he
Oh
might
my God.
legitimately just be chilling.
Yeah.
I think though
possibly.
if you look, I mean it's an above shot, but he looks like he's got kind of a big dude, so he had some weight behind those punches.
Oh, yeah.
That almost looked fake, didn't it? Like those shots.
No, I think that was real.
I think it was real too, but
Yeah.
it looked a little fake.
He didn't use his hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He didn't.
No follow through.
You know, yeah, no follow.
This is a good one.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
fucking crazy.
Why did she hit him?
I think he told them to told her to quiet down, and she just lost her mind. I do remember seeing this on the internet. Fucking Planet Fitness is crazy. You know, this is why you can't go to a gym that gives you free pizza.
Sometimes they
Yeah,
just
no
keep
integrity.
charging you and they never cancel the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when I got to tell you right now. I was raised in the don't hit a girl, but if a girl came at me like that,
Oh yeah, you
You
have
can
to
hit her.
you're gonna get a taste of my
Yeah.
martial arts, baby.
Sorry,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna
He's
light
getting
you up.
paid $8 an hour or
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh,
right?
I would light her up,
Jesus.
and I'd get on top of her and,
Yeah, yeah.
and drop a few in her face.
Ground and pound.
Yeah, I would. I would
Put her in an
yeah,
arm
I would
bar.
arm bar. There'd be
Yeah.
some
That
permanent
would be
damage.
satisfying.
It would
Put her in a
be.
guillotine.
Yeah. Tap out, bitch.
Oh, this is a classic. Welcome to Thailand.
Oh god.
Nice.
This is so Bangkok.
Oh.
Do you
I
think
wonder
she's
what a
into
real
it?
husband thinks about
Yeah, I know. Do you think she's into this?
I mean, most likely. She's into the money that she could be getting from him over time.
Well, everybody in her province is celebrating.
exactly. Loving that shit.
She doesn't love this.
That's one thing we can talk about too. I've gotten into some arguments with some guys out here about the whole women situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild world out here.
And I'm like, do what you do, but can we just admit that most of these ladies, when they talk to a foreign guy, are trying to get some money, And it's a decent exchange. I'm not saying it's a decent exchange, but that's
There's
what it is.
real relationships.
There are.
Yes, there
and
are.
There
is
are.
complete
but there's
bullshit.
tons of them that are like, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody wants to be like, mine's real. It's like, it's not. Like, I can
Aw.
tell
He loves it.
you. Yeah.
Wow,
That
that
is
is-
it's good for him.
Are there people
Yeah.
who come, Westerner men who come out here and legitimately fall in love? Yes.
Yes.
I have 3 friends of mine who live in the U.S.,
Yes.
all married to Thai women. Well, one lives part of his, 2 of them part of their time here, part there. But
Yeah.
they're all very happy. They say it's great.
Yes.
I love this girl. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Thai women can be
But-
amazing.
yes.
But I also think it's one of those things where it's like, you know, she actually gives a fuck about the guy. I think that's the main
Yeah.
thing. It's like, if that guy usually who's happy with that Thai woman could get women back in his home country. You know, he just happened to fall in love with some lady. That's what I always feel. I feel like the dudes
It's
who
different
can't,
back home.
they get kind of taken advantage of a little bit.
Yeah. I can
You
see
can kind
that.
of zero in on it, and I'm like, yeah. This
Now,
guy-
let's watch Jake Paul get fucked up.
Yes.
Boom!
this was great.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love this.
Boom!
Oh!
Yeah.
Dream.
So beautiful.
A decade of dreams just came true.
Oh, I love it. He's the worst thing about boxing. It's why I don't watch boxing. And this is what happens when he finally fights a real fighter.
Yeah. Broken jaw.
I know. Beautiful.
Picture of the guy, what's his name, Joyner or something?
Oh, the Anthony
guy-
Joshua?
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. There's a picture of him smiling.
Yeah.
Before he lands that last punch.
There's
He
a bit
knew.
of a wink too going on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, here we go, you know. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, he got his jaw broken in 2 places.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
And so that is what everyone's talking
A shot
about. But
like
this
that,
is
absolutely
a little
not.
under
Too easy to
the
see.
radar.
I didn't realize Tate was that fighting.
Exactly. This
He
is
was able to
brand
win
new.
it.
Really?
Too much
Yeah,
beautiful shot by Chase.
I
Around
think.
Chase
I'm pretty
World
sure.
clearly dominated in round
Yeah. So
5.
he tried to pick up his gloves again and fight, and he got the shit beaten out of him and lost.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Should we watch it again?
Yes.
Yes.
Did he get knocked out or no?
He didn't get knocked out. It was
But
a
he just-
decision.
yeah, he just got.
But he got pieced.
Yeah,
up.
Well, that's when he went. Look at his. Yeah. This uppercut.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
He looks like one of those crash test dummies in a
Yeah.
car commercial.
yeah.
He's
He
flying.
found his chin somehow in there.
You know.
gorgeous.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah. Okay, this.
You don't seem very fiery to me. You
I
seem
get
Oh, yeah.
crazy. I get crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You don't want to set me off.
Were you ever worried that that Nick
That
could
shit is fucking
shine?
nuts. Also,
only on
I
your
will
career or
say
something like
No.
the biggest downgrade I've ever seen of like a person. Like, you know, he looks objectively hot here.
Yeah.
And then you see pictures of him like now,
The
and he
shaved head
looks
thing.
totally fucking different.
Yeah.
And just dog shit. And I understand addicts. I've had friends who are like that and everything, but I've just never seen that. He lost
Downhill.
his jaw.
Yeah.
He has a chiseled jaw. He lost it.
Right.
Like, where did it go?
Great teeth.
Great
It's-
teeth, everything.
yeah.
It was like, what the fuck happened?
And he's not stupid. You listen to him talk, and
Yeah.
he's articulate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
piecing things apart. You
So
know,
sad, dude.
but emotionally, and you know, this is obviously a mental health thing. But you know, but what this brings up for me is tough love. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you were Oprah and tough love in the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Tough love is not a real thing. Tough love is being a fucking asshole to your kids and
Yeah.
love. You know, like, and I'm not saying that addiction is an easy thing. It's
No,
fucking
no.
unbelievably hard. And I don't think back then we understood exactly how addiction works. I think we're better at understanding it now. You know, the
Yeah.
rewiring of the brain and such.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So, anyways, he talks about getting his kids treatment and you know, the attitude towards trying to help him, and it's fucking tough and horrible disaster.
I think at some point, you know, too, if it's been that long and your kid's that old, you kind of do just have to like cut them off, and it just
Yeah.
is what it is. When it gets to a
That's
certain
tough,
point,
though.
I mean, because the kid was living with them, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, I'm just somebody who like, you know, I think I'm a calm guy, but I've always had this issue where I feel like I'm just surrounded by erratic people. I think
Emotionally
it's
In comedy?
unbalanced.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Who would have thought? You know what?
The most stable, even keel, middle of the road people. Are we talking about maybe it's just the comedy shows you're doing?
Yeah, right. This is a craft, buddy. I don't know what you're talking
These
about.
are all sane artists.
You
like,
know? But it's like, dude, even like comedians, yes, but even like friends, and that's something I look inside myself. I'm like, where are you going? What like now, if I even see a hint of it, I'm fucking gone. Like I'm completely fucking gone. But that's one thing is like I know how hard it is to be around somebody like that every day.
Yeah.
And you start becoming crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's too much.
It's
True.
I know I've been around a lot of. I stopped drinking in 2002, so I've been around a lot of like sober people and people who are battling sobriety and people who have kids.
Yeah.
And you know, looking at it, I'm glad we're finally talking about mental illness instead of like suck it up kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like
Tough love.
I remember like being an adolescent and it was like therapy was a threat.
Yeah.
You keep this up,
Nobody
we're
did it.
sending you to the, and it's
Yeah.
now it's like the fact that I'm seeing people talk about it,
Yeah.
and pro
Figure
athletes and
shit
stuff.
out.
I was like, wow, that's really good.
Big step forward.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to have that same conversation. Like that addiction, if we're going to call it an illness, which it is,
Yeah.
the problem is like if somebody's, when you're around an active addict and you have the heart to heart, or you say you got to do this and they don't do it, you do have to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I've had to deal with addicts in my family and stuff where there's everybody knows about AA, but there's Al-Anon, which is a
course.
very
Yeah,
good
yeah.
program. I would suggest if you have an active addict in your life, go to alanon.org.
Right.
And you have to learn because they say and do crazy stuff. And
How do you handle that?
yeah, because when you try to reason with them,
Yep.
and if we really just address what a compulsive behavior is. Compulsive behavior is don't drink that, it's bad for you, I know it's bad for you,
Yep.
and I do it anyway, and I'm like, why am I doing this, why am I doing
Yeah,
this? And I
yeah.
keep doing this, and I
Yeah.
keep fucking me up, and people sit me down, like, Graham, every time, and I go, I know, and then I keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then you talk about the physical addiction of if you're doing, I don't know what he was doing, but if you're doing hard drugs,
Hard drugs.
Oh yeah.
the body gets
Heroin.
Oh, heroin is the worst, and
Yeah.
meth has a 6%
Addiction rate?
sobriety rate.
Oh wow.
People that try to get sober from meth, 6% of
Yeah.
them succeed. That's scary. And heroin is some gnarly, like
Yeah.
20%. So if you're dealing with that, and then if you put in there some type of mental illness,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's done. Yeah.
who knows what's
That's a
going
lot.
on? And it's like, and you feel like, and parents especially, if I would have done this,
Oh
Yeah.
and it's a certain like,
Minefield.
I
After
don't
a
know.
while, it's
after-
not their fault.
It's not their fault. And
isn't.
so I don't know the particulars of this. I don't know the Reiner family. I know some people that know. I can't imagine what kind of pain this is and that they're going through. But I do know that like dealing with addicts, I've worked with some, or I've had to just go, I can't.
Yeah.
Out.
This keeps getting
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And then because I would find myself crazy.
Yes.
You need boundaries. You
And-
need healthy boundaries.
And that's what I'm saying. Like after a while, you get to a point of like, all right, I need self-preservation
Yeah.
here. I'm not gonna let you like drag myself down with you.
Yeah.
And it's not even just addicts, just people with certain personality types and ego. A lot of times, it's just like, all right, man, I'm just done.
You're so even-tempered and nice.
I try to be, but
You are.
I get pissed off, and usually I get pissed off when I'm driven to that point, being around somebody.
You gotta-
And I've learned to just cut it
Boundaries.
off now.
Yeah. That's good.
It's like gangrene.
And there's nothing
like,
wrong with
fucking
that.
amputate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking done.
Yeah. Especially in New York City, you
Yes.
know, it's hard to get by.
I've lost
on
years.
your best of times.
I've lost years because I wanted to stay being friends with somebody.
Yeah.
Dude,
No.
You know?
and being in the
Boundaries.
being in comedy and the entertainment industry, it attracts a lot of
Yes.
it attracts what I call outside the box thinkers, which are
Yeah.
amazing, and it's
Creative.
great when you're
Yes.
around that creative energy in New York
Yeah.
or LA. Everyone's like, let's do this, and people making shit happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real.
It's
the,
real.
the magic is real.
Magic is absolutely real. Yeah, that's a great way to put
That's
it.
what's so tricky about it.
But then because some people are like, is this guy nuts or is he just like the evil genius? Not evil genius, but he's like a crazy genius, and he's
both.
He's both, and some of them are just bad. And it's like you can't. It's hard to tell sometimes. Like, is this guy Pablo Picasso who had a really extreme personality, or is this a homeless guy who's barking at my shoes?
He's a magician and a wizard.
And a
You know what I
wizard.
mean? So half the time he's pulling a rabbit out of a hat and it's fucking fake. and the other half he actually is turning water into wine.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And you're like seeing it, and you're like, which one is which? And he doesn't even know.
He doesn't know.
He has no idea.
Yeah.
Genius
It's
workaholic.
crazy.
There's genius workaholic people.
There's
I think the more common one is people just fall into it. It's not even workaholic. It's like they just have something about them that is just so intense, and they just trip and fall into like something on Adult Swim or some shit. And now your alcoholic buddy is doing way better than you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I
You've seen
guess.
that a few times.
Yeah, and you're like, I guess if he's this erratic, but he's that successful, I still should be friends with him. I do love him. So like, yeah, let's just keep it going. And then that falls through, and that falls through, and that falls through.
The new thing
and
that-
then he's just sitting on a sidewalk.
And in
fucking
Hollywood,
wasted.
in entertainment industry, specifically, sometimes that erratic behavior starts generating a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what happens, which is really
Protecting
bad,
that.
is it's like, hey, this guy's a crazy pain in the ass, but he's making us all. Everyone around him is making money.
Keep him on
Yes.
the drugs.
Keep him on the shit.
Keep him on the shit.
We
Keep him
can
on the
fuck
shit.
with him now. Like we can take more of his shit.
Yes.
Because of it.
Because all I got to do is say, I'm gonna take this away.
Yep.
So I need you to do, and you'll go, okay, okay,
Control.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
He's very controllable. all
The
that
internet's
shit.
talking a
So
little
annoying.
bit about the new thing. They said the best pilots in the war were alcoholics. And why is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where is that? Like, what's happening there?
Also,
know?
you have to ask, and this is no accusation on the Reiner family or anything like that. I just know that a lot of people get into addiction because of some type of childhood trauma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was abused. I don't know anything. I'm just saying I know a lot of people that came, there was some type of childhood trauma,
Yeah.
and then they used the drugs and the alcohol to numb out.
Try to
it's
medicate
no
it.
pain, yeah.
And I, you see addictive behavior. It can be anything. It can be
Oh yeah.
porn, video games,
Yeah.
food,
Oh, yeah.
Eating.
sex, whatever. Like,
And trauma can be like such a huge spectrum as well too, because like what's trauma to one person might not be
True.
trauma to another. Like
True.
for instance, he's lived since he was born. He's been living in his father's shadow. You know what I mean? And like for a regular person who doesn't care, they might love their dad and they'll be like, "This is awesome. I'm the son of Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
I can do a bunch of cool shit."
Yeah.
But for him, maybe he was just born with a larger ego and he thinks a little deeper. And so that caused him to hate himself a lot more.
Yeah.
And his dad wasn't around to hug him because he's out shooting
Workaholic.
Spinal Tap and shit like that. And so that compounds, and now he's drinking and he's shooting up, and that's just
and
what
he's
it
also
is.
in Hollywood where there's a lot of Hollywood celebrity kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where there's all this money and
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, watch some of the Josh Brolin interviews of the last couple of years.
Right.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin got sober, and he talked about he was James Brolin's kid, and
Yeah.
that was a big.
Huge.
And everyone's like, "Oh, the only reason you're famous is because you're Jimmy Brolin's kid." He had to deal with that,
Yeah.
and that's like, I can't imagine what that's like because
Oh,
my
dude.
dad was a college professor. He wasn't famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I know some kids whose dads were like big time coaches.
Yeah.
And I saw, it's not nearly the size of the shadow
No,
of this, but it's
but it
enough
makes
of a
sense.
shadow
Yeah.
where it's like,
And imagine if you're not like your father or like your parent.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine if you're fucking Eddie Murphy's son, but you're just quiet and awkward.
Yeah.
And you're not fun to be around.
yeah, and people are like, how come you're not?
Yeah, and they're throwing that in your face all
Yeah.
the time, telling you how weird you are. All the fucking time.
Negative attention.
And why aren't
That-
you more like your
Yeah.
dad? Do the characters and
Yeah, exactly. Like, we thought you would be so much more, And so that shit, it gets under your skin, man.
Yeah.
I could easily see that shit.
And then if
getting
you're
under
around a
your
bunch of rich kids that have easy access to drugs,
skin. Exactly.
and you're in
You
LA
know?
where there's all these drugs,
And that coke makes you a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you do a pile of it.
And then the rewiring of the brain, it's like
Yeah.
there's a lack of humanness to the willpower, like they're almost like automatons. They're almost like not people, when they're real junky people, it's like you can see
yeah.
their mind working. It's just
especially if they started using as an adolescent or whatever, because the human brain is not fully developed till almost 25.
Yeah.
You're taking severe chemicals.
Yeah.
So you're like, and I know some people that got sober, but they started using in their teens,
Yeah.
and certain things weren't developed.
Yeah, they're stunted
Yeah.
a little, yeah.
Yeah. They
and
start-
your rewiring your brain is flexible then, and it gets you on a track that's maybe not good.
And a lot of drugs, too, can put you in like a fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, is what you're trying to get away from.
True.
But it throws you into it just in a different way
Right.
that you've learned how to
The
navigate.
adrenaline.
and so you're just running around, just causing chaos.
So
everywhere.
are you a weed guy? Are you a drinking guy?
Yeah, I weed, booze, fucking
Yeah.
coke and shit I've done. and
Yeah,
stuff.
fun,
I don't mind
doing dabbling.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely been times where like I'm not somebody who gets depressed for
Yeah.
the most part and like just goes on a bender. I
Yeah.
don't do that. But yeah, let's say
It doesn't fix things.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And you lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know. But I have had times where you get off work, you buy a tall boy a fucking cigarette, and
Right.
fucking
The old days.
smoke some weed and watch anime. Like,
Yeah.
and I'll do that like every day or something like that.
Right.
So you can say that is a bit more of an addiction. I could say, but it's not like I'm not Jim Belushi or something.
What's your living situation in New York City like?
I have 2 roommates. I stay in. It's a living room in Astoria.
Okay.
But it's not. It sounds worse than it is actually.
It
So-
feels like your room.
Yeah, so it's really big, right?
Nice.
And then there's a bookshelf that basically like is a wall, and there's a space for me to
Okay.
like, walk through as like an entrance kind
Oh,
of.
okay.
So it
Split
separates
living room.
off,
Nice.
and then basically I have the whole living room side and my own room.
How much is that?
$700?
That's great.
So it's not bad.
Good for you.
It takes 20 minutes to get into the city.
That's
and it's,
shit.
And it's one of those things that's like shit like that is why I can be here.
Yeah.
You know, because I can make enough money remotely.
Wow.
You know,
That's a
per
good
month
setup,
to
dude.
pay it off and shit, and I
Nice.
have a friend subletting the spot and everything
Nice.
right now.
That's so great.
Yeah, so that allows me to do a lot more rather than having to worry about like, oh, this is $1,400. Oh, what am I
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
And rent's going down a little bit these days, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, New York City.
with Zoran, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I did watch this video.
You know all the videos.
Oh, dude, all I do is fucking scroll.
I love the relentless, like, hey, it's food.
And then he's like, stops for a second.
Hey, it's food.
Oh, fuck this. I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
Quit playing with me.
Yeah.
Just want it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, this is a great one. This is Florida.
Oh, not working.
Crazy?
Oh, Florida.
Oh my god. That's Florida. That's how you get shot.
This is Florida.
Oh
Could
my
be.
god, bro. That's good. I would just say, just follow that lady and take a picture of her license plate.
That's
and
it.
Leave it at that.
True.
That's it.
You have the
Do
video.
not-
Yeah. Don't start fighting her.
Yeah, don't start fighting her, bro. Down there, people get shot for all sorts of dumb reasons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And now
that,
you're in the
man.
wrong.
Yes, exactly.
So when she
That's-
bumps you, you legally now you can say she hit me and pulled
Yeah,
away. You have
yes.
video evidence of pulling away. You call the police. You're good.
Yeah.
the insurance company takes care of
Yes.
it.
Do you think
Boom.
she's getting charged with the crime there?
Yes.
Yes.
She gets
She's
charged with
really?
assault.
What
She
crime?
rammed her.
Yeah.
So, reckless endangerment, reckless driving.
Assault. She goes into
Assault,
the fucking
yep.
cracks the lady.
And theft. I mean,
Do
she
you
stole
think
her
she would
keys.
actually get charged with that, though? Like, in a
Yeah.
court of law?
She would absolutely get charged. She might not be convicted of it
Yeah.
if she has a decent lawyer, but she would absolutely get charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm curious.
For
now.
sure.
Because
Okay.
there's video of her.
Yeah. of the
She's
whole
speeding.
shit.
She rammed somebody. I mean, if the DA wanted to be an asshole, they could say she's going 100 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah.
They could tag her with reckless endangerment.
Yeah.
They could, if they really wanted, they could say attempted murder.
Yeah.
Oof.
She kind of just got
Yeah.
bumped, too. It wasn't a
Yeah.
major accident.
It wasn't that crazy. Also, you could, I mean, you know, who knows this woman's like legal status? They could report her to ICE, pick her up, and even if she's an American citizen, she's now in a detention center for 3 months till they figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
Florida.
whole thing was fucking stupid. It's Florida. Oh my god.
Want to watch it again?
At that point, just stay in the cage. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just let it go down, man.
And then he just tries to get out.
Yeah, like, no.
He's not
Stop it.
committed to the bid on that. he
Yeah,
was half in and half
dude,
out,
what the
right?
Fuck.
Hey, driver, can't you hit the brakes? Like,
That
can't
is
you?
fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
pretty
gosh.
wild.
Yeah, he's not in the union anymore. He's fucked, man. God damn. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Bam.
Okay.
Oh, this will go well.
Yeah.
What could go wrong here?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God,
It's an M80.
that's insane.
It's a friggin'
that's a
mushroom
real-
cloud.
Nagasaki on the second.
Fireworks are so fun.
They are. But thank
So
God
fun.
he was a safe enough distance.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
my
that's
god.
fucking insane.
How many videos have you seen of let's start the big fire?
Oh my god.
And then 2 seconds later, there's somebody running around on
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
Have you seen all the videos of people stealing packages from the porch
Yeah.
that explode into glitter?
Yes,
Oh, that's a
yeah.
good
Those
one.
are and they
That's
always look into the
satisfying.
ring photo like, ha ha, and it's a
Yeah.
go-go-goom. Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
Oh my
gorgeous.
god.
Yeah, man. Or I remember kids used to, use like Roman candles and fire
Yeah.
them at each
Oh,
other.
shoot 'em. Dude, I've
So
done that.
fucking
I've done
dangerous.
that. It's so fun.
It's so
Oh my
fucking
God.
dangerous, though.
Yeah,
man.
it
Like,
is very dangerous.
There's a live streamer that he was out in India,
Mm.
and they had, I guess, their Diwali celebration.
Yeah.
Or one of their celebrations, and they do fireworks all the time.
Right.
And he started like a Roman candle fight.
Yeah.
Bro, he hit a little girl in the eye.
Oh fuck.
Blinded her. She lost the eye.
God.
And he fucking fled the country. And
Wow.
shit like that.
Jesus.
And like he was supposed to like pay for the medical bills. He only gave them like $1,000. He was fucking dipped.
Wild.
And like now he's done. Like he got kicked off of the platform and everything. So he's not making any more money from streaming.
Good.
Or anything. Yeah, definitely. Fuck that kid. But yeah, now he's in like a lot of trouble. They might bring him back to India. Whole
Wild.
fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah, man. Don't shoot Roman candles.
It's so fun.
You know.
So like maybe think of the repercussions,
Yeah.
maybe think of the
Yeah.
country you're in.
Undeveloped brains.
I leave fireworks for the professionals.
Yes.
I watch it at a lake with
Yeah.
people shooting it up in the air, and I'm like 500 feet away. Okay, I'm nowhere near the shit. That's it. I'm not
Plaxico
taking.
Burris there's been
Yes,
numerous
yes.
NFL players
Lost
with
fingers
missing
and shit.
fingers.
No, man.
Yeah.
No.
My dad saw so much of that when he was a kid growing up, people getting fingers blown off. He was like crazy. No, when we were like,
Yeah.
he'd be like,
Good.
sparkler, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
lighting it. You can hold it. He
Right.
like
Yeah, man.
no fireworks, no blowing
No-
up, and
no
we would
black
still
cats and shit.
we would still get them and blow shit
Right.
up when he wasn't around. But
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
drilled that into us, and then I saw enough shit blow up where I was like, yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, man.
There was a
Fuck
guy,
that.
headband, metal music was big when I was in high school. And so there was a ginger banger, head to toe. Jean vest, cut off, etc., Metallica shirt, whatever. And so he is making pipe bombs with a friend of mine in high school. They're making pipe bombs. He blows his fucking hand off. So he comes back to school with a fucking hook.
Oh
And so
my
he's
God.
ginger banger with a fucking hook at high school. Yeah.
Jesus
Unbelievable.
Christ,
Yeah, it was
dude.
fucking wild.
Ah,
Yeah.
I always wonder like how dudes like that feel, man. Where it's like
Yeah.
you're just doing something at 15 that was stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Because you I don't know, heard it in like a fucking song or
Lifetime
something. Or
repercussions.
You're like, oh, the Anarchist Cookbook, and then you fucking
Oh.
blow
Yeah.
your fucking hand off,
And nobody goes, hey, there, what? Might be some downside to this.
Yeah.
Like, what if this goes bad?
You know.
It'll
Yeah.
be great.
Now
All
you're
right.
like a fucking libertarian. You don't even believe in any of that shit anymore. You're like, what was I doing? I'm a fucking
Yeah.
moron. You know, because it's always that kid that tried to like be more, liberal or leftist
Right.
than what he was to like show off. You know,
Is there
the
new-
kid who's like, I live by Rage Against the Machine. No, you fucking don't.
Yeah.
No, you fucking don't. Just do a kickflip.
Is there
outside.
some New York City stand-up comedy gossip you could share with us? Any drama? Any like behind the scenes fucking shit that you want to share?
Not
Good or
really.
bad?
I'll be honest. I don't really. I don't tune into it anymore, which is
Okay.
a whole thing. Like
Yeah.
it's been years since I've been like, into like what are people saying on Facebook or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I think it's been pretty calm seas. I'll be honest.
good.
New York is in a weird.
Everything's Austin now.
Sure, but I also just think it's like New York's in a very different place where it's very fragmented in the sense of like everyone is doing their own thing. We all know social media is the way,
Yeah.
and now so it's like I feel like there's still community, but it's a lot less of community than it used to be before the pandemic. So it's just like I don't even think there's.
Fractured or little cells.
Yeah, I think just more little cells.
Yeah.
And I just think there's like
Encampments.
people just have less opportunity to gossip because they're not all around each other all the time.
Okay.
You know?
That's when the gossip happens, is when big scenes kind of cross over.
Yeah,
you
when
know, it's like
everybody's-
clash of the scenes or
Everybody's
whatever.
drinking at the shows, at the open mics,
Yeah.
and they're hanging out till 11 to 12 or whatever. That's when gossip and crazy shit
People
happens.
start dating each other.
Yeah.
whatever.
And that stuff all happens, but it's smaller, it's quicker, and it's just different.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen anybody do on stage in New York City?
Oh, what is the craziest thing? I don't know.
What about you, Graham? Any complete meltdowns? Any
Oh God, I've seen. I mean,
homeless people doing comedy?
yeah. I've definitely seen that kind of crazy. Like there was this guy when I first started doing stand up in Tucson, Arizona. So I was starting. I did like a competition on campus, and then I started going to this open mic at Laughs.
Yeah.
Which was like a good 30, 40 minutes outside of the campus. I didn't have
Okay.
a car, so it was like getting rides and going 18.
Right.
Had a fake ID to do open mics.
Cool.
And there was this guy, Alex Shirt, who would
It's a great
like he was one of those like the classic crazy guy at an open mic. Every scene has one, and he would go up there and like he would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do an impression. What do you think this is?" And it's like a box of cornflakes, and he takes a knife. I'm a serial killer.
Funny.
And we exactly we're all,
That is kind of funny. Yeah.
we're like in the back of the room going, "Oh my god!" And this one
Yeah.
comic,
That is actually.
we're like, "That's brilliant! It's fucking brilliant!" But like,
But so tense and
it's
weird.
so weird and
yeah,
awkward, and
yeah.
his whole act was just that.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the deal with like going out to eat and they don't have napkins?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
What's happening right
"Yeah,
now?
what are you doing, buddy?"
But,
But he would always. I found this out. There's this
Yeah.
other comic, and again, this is in every comedy scene. This
yes,
comic,
there's
Don
always,
Adams,
There's always a really weird.
was
guy like
was this other comic, Don Adams. There's always a guy like this, funny, smart, but has a really good day job
that. Yes.
Yeah.
and doesn't need it.
Can
Yeah,
make it in
doesn't
the
really
real
care.
world.
Could make it in the real world,
Yeah.
and you're just like, if you wanted to go on the road, you could make a living, but
Yeah.
you're kind of like,
Yeah.
but don't because
Yeah,
you're
step
too
down.
normal and crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
He had good parents, you know what I mean?
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
he's got a nice wife,
Yeah.
but
That
he's fucking
happens.
funny.
Yeah.
He's fucking funny, and you go. But there was a guy Don Adams like that. Everybody liked Don. He was really cool. He was a very smart, funny cat. And I don't think he's still doing stand up. He probably runs his own ad agency. And he's a
Yeah.
millionaire. You know what I mean? Like,
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
but he told me that Alex would always. Don had a car, and Alex would always come to him after the show and go, "Hey, hey man, can I get a ride?" And Don would always say, "What part of town are you in?" "Oh, where you need to go?" I go, "Oh, I need to go to the north side." And Don would always go, "Oh, fuck, I'm going south."
Always the other way.
I was the other side. And Don was, "Where are you going?" "Oh no, I'm
I
going
really
south."
wanna
I'm like,
give you a
"Oh, I
ride."
gotta go north." And Don told me this, and he goes, "Alex was never catching on." So I started to watch this happen,
Oh my god.
and I would watch Alex do that.
Where
and
are you going?
Where are you going? And he'd go, "Oh fuck," and we'd all, and Alex every time would fall for him and be like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, what's he gonna say?
And we'd all.
You know who Otto and George is. Do you know who Otto and George is?
I've heard the name.
Okay, you know who Otto and George is.
What? I don't know.
The guy with the dirty puppet.
Oh yeah.
From
yeah.
New Jersey?
Yes.
Oh my God, he's funny. And total degenerate. But there was this guy with the puppet, and the puppet was so fucking dirty. Back in the day when dirty was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Otto and George is so fucking funny.
But he's
It's
just like a
hilarious.
weird guy too.
He seems he almost has like who's that one-liner guy who was the heroin guy? The guy
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg. He
Okay.
kind of had a Mitch Hedberg like I'm a cool guy vibe,
Okay.
and then but he had a puppet which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then the puppet was so dirty. He
Yeah.
was not dirty at all, of course, but the puppet was wild.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Jimmy Pardo used to do a bit about that because Pardo worked with Jeff Dunham and how
Right.
Dunham was a little. This is before Dunham got famous, but Dunham was
Right.
like crazy.
Really?
They shared a condo together, and it was like the puppet. He would talk to the puppet
Obsessed
like
with the puppet?
with like the real people.
Are you serious, dude?
And he's like, "Don't talk to him that way." And Pardo was like,
What the fuck?
"Fuck." And Pardo did this bit in his act. He wouldn't name him, but I know Pardo's talked about this on his podcast, so I'm not. But Pardo would be like, "He's talking to his fucking hand." Like, it was so beautiful. And he would always do that because the guy they used the puppet to get. She's funny. She's hot. I want to fuck her. Oh, don't say that. Oh, you know. Pardo would always go. He's talking to his fucking hand. It's such a classic Pardo bit.
That's funny. He gets a little racy. The puppet guy.
Oh, Jeff Dunham?
Jeff Dunham gets he has
he had a heyday.
Middle Eastern characters that say crazy shit. But
After
it's-
9/11.
Back then, everybody was super racist against
True,
Mexicans, though.
true.
It was
But
all.
no,
it was
he does
very-
that
Now it's just
now.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But there's a weird he's so popular and commercial, and then he is fucking does some wild shit sometimes.
I mean, he struck a nerve, and he's
Yeah.
one of those comics who, he found an audience for
Totally.
that. And, when comics
Very popular.
bag on him, you can go, yeah, sure. But
Selling out.
I'm never going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you're going to do this thing that I would never do, and you found an audience,
Good for you.
hey, good for you.
Yeah.
I've chosen to do obscure leftist. Both parties are awful,
Right,
and I've
yeah.
that's why I have
your
16
thing.
followers.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like he's not taking my spot.
He's not taking my spot.
And it's
I
like
don't care.
Carrot Top. He is the puppet guy. There's no other puppet
No.
guys.
Yeah.
And now they have Carrot Top. He's the prop guy. There's no other prop guy.
Yeah.
There used to be prop guys around,
Yeah.
right?
There used to be a million
Yeah.
of them, and
Yeah.
Carrot Top decided to take it to the next level, and
Yeah.
everyone bags on him. But I'm like,
He's funny.
good for him. I mean, look, good for him. And
Yeah.
I always see when comics, oh man, I go, do you want his life? Do you want to live in Vegas and do that? I mean, if
Yeah.
that's your goal,
Two
then
shows a day.
go do, yeah. I
you
mean,
want to be a roided out ginger?
yeah. I mean, if that's what. I'm like, why does that bother
Yeah.
you?
What
Just
does
do
it
your
matter?
thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's I agree with you, especially when it's such a distinct type of comedian.
Yes.
It's like, dude, why are you even comparing yourself to someone like that? You know, it is stand-up comedy, but it's also more of like a show in a very distinct way.
True.
You know what I mean? It's not what most of us do.
Yeah.
So why are you concentrating on it?
We hate improv people. We hate guitar comics.
Yeah.
We hate prop comics. It's just the list is endless.
Also,
and
there's a million ways to entertain people now
Yeah.
as well too. It's like not everything is based off of the live show. You have a screen in your fucking hand.
Yeah.
There's a million different ways you can entertain somebody. There really is room for everyone.
True.
Especially if you're making good stuff.
And
Yeah.
now you don't have to appeal to the masses.
You don't.
You find your niche. I
Yeah.
mean, that's where everyone's making money.
Yeah.
You find these people on TikTok, you've never heard of them,
Yeah.
but 3 million people
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And some of them, like you say, I've seen a lot of musicians doing this. It's really smart. They're just playing outside
Yes.
at a park, and they got $3 in change in front of them, but they
Yeah.
got 10,000 people watching their live stream.
And that's all you need, man.
Maybe
That's cool.
they're putting their energy where the
Yeah.
audience is.
Like imagine, that's what I think all the time too. It's just like with all these Patreon and all this stuff, it's like, you don't need millions of people. Imagine if you had 10,000 people who are going to give
Yeah.
monthly to your Patreon.
Right.
What was it? The number? I think
You're
it was.
fucking
I think it
rich.
was.
Yeah.
It was Pryor said this, and this back in the 70s. But I think this number still holds. He goes, "You just need 100,000 people that will buy every fucking album you drop."
Yeah.
And I think you get 100,000 loyal followers online
Yeah.
who are willing to either kick into the Patreon
Yep.
or give you $1 when you're doing live.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get that number, you're
made.
you're set.
a career.
You have a
Yeah.
career. You have
Yeah.
a steady income of high 5 figures to mid 6 figures where you can live comfortably. And they'll every time you drop an album, they'll buy it. They'll
Yeah.
do your and that's all you got to get.
Yeah. That's the finish line.
That's
You
it.
know, and if you want to build past that,
Great.
kudos. But
Yeah.
yeah, true. That's a career. You ever play LA?
Yeah.
A
I've
few
done
times?
shows in LA.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
No, I only went to LA one time though. I was there for
Okay.
like a week. It was a fun time. Did a couple shows.
Did you check in with Graham?
No, we met
I
out
didn't-
here.
Yeah, we met here. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Next time you go to LA, you got to check in with Graham. It's like a club. It's a rule. It's,
Okay. Yeah. I'm like, you're being
Just
so
you
like
want
you
to
gotta
keep.
check
You want to
it.
do things the right way.
Jesus
We
Christ.
just do an ass tattoo. It's
Yeah, right, what is it?
sort of the Nexum cult kind of vibe. But it's fun. It's fun. It's totally fun.
Brands.
Yeah, we brand.
Oh my god.
Branding is
Graham.
important now. Heat up the brand.
Sort of a hidden room kind of a thing. Cloaks and weird stuff.
Yeah, I've never. LA's cool. I only went there for that 1 week, but I will say I had a great time, and I was like, yo, fuck, maybe I should move here. What do you think about that?
I think, I always say, the different, like, what's the difference LA, New York? It really depends on what what's your vibe, what you want to do with your, I mean, obviously everything's changed now. Like,
Yeah.
you can be famous living in Bangkok if you could be living in rural Vietnam and bust out a big following and just get on a plane and sell to your audience. But like, if LA is still the capital of Hollywood. It's still the capital of show business,
Entertainment.
of mainstream entertainment.
Of course.
New York is up there too, with
York's-
like
Oh, yeah.
different kind of plays and stuff.
Absolutely. Like, again, like if you want to do live
Those are the two
theater,
places.
you go to New York.
Yeah.
There is live theater in LA, but it's like
It's not
Weird.
it's not the same. So, but if you want to be in film and TV and you want, because here's the thing about LA that makes it different than New York. If you took the entertainment industry out of New York would still be okay
Financial
economically.
center.
Yes. Yeah.
You take, and we've seen it happen.
yeah.
You take show business out of LA.
Kind of happening.
It's been the
There's
last
nothing
2
else.
years of the strikes and everything, and then the fires. You're talking about billions of
Yeah.
dollars
And
taken
nobody
out.
shoots there anymore.
I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
Now they've passed a new law. They doubled the fund, and so like some shows are coming back.
They're
like
trying to do tax cuts a little bit.
they've
have
doubled
to.
the tax
Do some-
fund. So it went to
yeah.
it was 330 million. Now it's 750.
Right.
So the show
Okay.
like that show Fallout. Season 2 was going to be in Atlanta. They're now moving back
Nice.
to LA.
Oh, nice.
Tax
Okay.
So
credits.
some shows are coming back. But like the thing I'll say about LA, if you want to work in film and TV, I still recommend it.
That's it.
Because it attracts the best everything.
Yeah,
It is the
yeah.
big leagues. It is
Yeah.
like the best.
From around the world, people go there.
The best.
Yeah.
It attracts some crazies, obviously.
Of course.
But like, I'm telling you, I did. It's on my YouTube channel. I did this game show. Anything Can Happen. I got a little bit of money. We shot it in LA. There's no way I could have done that anywhere else.
Right.
In terms for that low budget.
Yeah.
When I did my album, A Socialist Christmas last year. Again, you can do this in a handful of other cities. But my friend, he's so talented,
Yeah.
and he's just a mid-level guy in LA.
Yeah.
He has his own studio. He's produced albums. He's not crazy famous.
Yeah. But he
But-
has a living.
He's fucking. We cut an album in 9 days.
That's amazing.
Is that guy that you're always working with, the dark-haired guy who you're on the podcast with? No.
No, Lee Camp. That's a totally different
Okay.
guy. But
Different.
like everybody there is in the business and is good. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you want the best editors, the best sound design,
Absolutely.
the best. It's
Yeah,
if you want to
it's
work,
there.
and I really notice it. Like the podcasts I was a guest on or had on. I mean, you're talking about in the early days. I mean, Chris Hardwick, Greg Fitzsimmons,
Yeah.
Mark Maron,
Yeah.
Scott Aukerman.
Big guys.
These
Yeah.
are. This is like
Blown up now.
and we all
Massive.
came up going, hey, let's plug a microphone into our laptops and see
Yeah.
how this
Yeah.
goes. So there is and LA has an attitude about it that I really like because it's like, let's do it.
Yeah, and that's what I like
Okay,
about
attitude.
that's what I like about New York as well too. It's like, I don't know, man. It's all about just going and like hustling and doing what you need to do.
Do it.
I like the fact that like not everything has to be so formal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can be a
Get it
guy,
done.
especially New York. It's full of hustles.
Yep.
Which is great for a person like me, like comedians. You know, where it's like in New York, you can just make a bunch of t-shirts. Let's say you have 50 t-shirts, right? You don't know what you're going to do with them. But you can literally just walk around from like place to place and be like, hey, I'm
Legions
trying to
of-
sell these. What do you think?
Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Lewis is the
Yeah.
hero of that. You know,
Yeah,
he
you can do
started at the
anything.
very bottom, and he has his own goddamn podcasting network.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
Both
and-
LA and New York are about, it's the big time.
Yeah, it's like, how much do you put into this?
Go for it.
Yeah.
And if you hustle, there is a reward.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
legit shit can happen to you.
You'll get something like
Yeah.
we're talking about the gatekeepers and shit, but even in the gatekeeper era, which I feel like I came in the tail end of, there was a vibe of even if all the gatekeepers say no matter if you try hard enough,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a morsel of something
community.
somewhere.
Yeah, your buddies.
And you're not just gonna be some guy with like 8 roommates.
Yeah.
You know, that's for the guy who says he's trying but isn't really trying and smokes another bong rip.
But for you, Phil, I just want to say you've done New York.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
you went to LA, you'd build another tower. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And I think that would be good for you.
Well, I think my thing is the reason I'm here isn't just to do stand up, but It's really to gain content for like my YouTube
Yeah.
and everything like that. Because I had a pretty good year. I do a lot of like hip hop commentary type
That's
shit
cool.
on YouTube. Yeah. So similar to like DJ Academics, and I don't know if you
Right.
know these names, but
No, I
like Joe
yeah.
Budden, he has like one of the biggest podcasts.
So
like,
hip hop culture.
Yeah, like hip hop
that's pretty
gossip,
fucking
culture, whatever. So I'll dissect like rapper, what's happening, how good this album is, what's happening between feuds.
What do
with
you
people.
think of that English guy who does that about the trap house stuff? in
Oh,
Chicago?
Trapler Ross?
Trapler Ross. What do you think about Trapler Ross?
I mean, I think he's one of those guys who's like,
Culture vulture?
I mean, yeah, it's a bit corny,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's almost. I look at it like stand up, where it's
He's
like
deep.
I just understand the business.
Yeah.
Now, so it's like I do think what you're doing is corny. I think elements of what DJ Academics does is corny
Yeah.
and like kind of weird. But I also respect them at a certain level for putting the amount of effort that they do into
Yeah.
things. So it's a weird thing.
That's cool.
But that's the reason why I got into it, was because I was like, a lot of these guys, not Academics in particular, but a lot of these guys, I'm like, they're all fucking losers and they're all vindictive. They're like
Shitty
they're
vibe.
starting narratives because some rapper dissed them. And
Yeah.
now they're creating an entire storyline
Yeah.
to get a bunch of weird internet incels to like shit on this guy and ruin his album sales.
One of those radio
And
guys
it's like,
just got canceled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who.
One of the big guys.
Oh yeah, Ebro.
Ebro in the morning.
He's-
Yeah.
So he's
What
personally.
happened there?
He's personally responsible for me. Like him and Peter Rosenberg. They've been doing this shit for like over 15 years.
Yeah.
Ebro, he's a program director, or was program director of Hot 97.
Big
He's-
time.
Yeah, and he also ran like hip hop for Apple Music. So like he
time.
decides what kids listen to
Gatekeeper.
on their phones, right? And this guy is solely responsible for destroying New York hip hop.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Like he is the guy who like after the 90s, once we got into the 2000s era, he stopped putting on like regional acts on the radio and would only put on southern acts or west coast
Payola.
acts.
They're saying payola.
Money, but also just vindictiveness of like, I don't
shittiness.
like you guys, and if you're not gonna kiss the ring,
Big time.
I'm not gonna put you on there. That's why 50 Cent had to get fucking signed by Dr. Dre. He had to go to the West Coast to get any sort of love because Ebro wasn't programming any of these guys. All these guys lost everything, and that's why like all these New York rappers, if there really are any of any meaning right now, which there's not, unless you're talking about the
Rainbow
90s
hair
legacy
guy.
era.
Yeah.
But they all sound southern because that's all they were listening to on the fucking radio. They got rid of a regional sound. If you're in the West Coast,
Why did he get taken down though? Do you know?
He just got fired. They're not
Yeah,
useful anymore.
Yeah.
They're just not useful anymore.
Yeah.
They put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Charlamagne the God has been making podcasts for over a decade.
They're kicking ass.
These
with that
guys
stuff.
started making podcasts like 4 years ago. It's like, what? You know what I mean?
Supposedly their clips suck.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they suck. I just think they're just outdated. They were too far behind the ball. Peter Rosenberger is cool. He's always been a really like
He
sweet
seems pretty
guy.
cool.
But it's just Ebro just
So
was,
fuck Ebro.
yeah. He was a program director who wanted to be a host.
Right.
And then he just made himself a host. And then just ran the thing into the ground. Yeah.
And then tell me a little more about Socialist Christmas. What is that?
Oh, that's it's a comedy Christmas album.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actual Christmas songs. There's only one parody of it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Strike Captain, because that's a public domain song.
Okay.
The rest of them are original songs that I wrote, like
Oh,
Trample
shit.
Your Neighbor is about Black Friday.
Yeah.
How You Gonna Pay for Christmas is about, it's an
That's so
anti-capitalist
cool.
album.
When
Yeah, yeah,
did
that's
you release
great.
that?
It came out last Christmas.
Oh, okay, last
So
Christmas.
I'm gonna push it every Christmas because,
Very cool.
and I wrote all these fun songs because, I'm a big lefty.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
And there's anti-war vibes in there. There's characters I've done online that are in there, and I had a blast doing it with my friend Andy Creighton. He did the scores for my two of the films I directed, Afghanistan and Earbuds the podcast and documentary.
Afghanistan, that's great.
That was
The funny side of Afghanistan.
yes. You can see me. You can see me with long hair losing my shit in a war zone. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, so we made that, and I
That's
had
so
this
cool.
idea for several years, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this.
Nice. People
And-
love Christmas albums.
It's a blast. Watch it, and then I'm also doing my GoFundMe for the
Tonight Show.
the late night talk show.
Yeah.
It's called
Tell
Holly.
us about that.
So, one of the reasons I'm here is when I was here a year ago, you know, I saw it was going, you know, doing comedy, and that was cool. But I met a lot of like other artists and filmmakers, and I had a meeting at the Thai Film Commission.
Wow.
And a good friend of mine in LA has shot 2 or 3 movies here.
Yeah.
Those mechanic films with Jason Statham, and so he was like,
Wow.
"No, there's a cool,
wow.
there's a-
Bangkok's a hot location right now.
really is great," and it's like, and so that vibe that I talked about in LA, this sort of creative, let's get it done. I feel that here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Permissive,
yeah, let's
enthusiastic.
do it, and it attracts. There's a lot of talented actors, musicians, and the
True.
Thai film industry has its
Yeah.
own ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I've always had this idea of bringing East meets West.
Yeah.
You know, because living on the left coast or west coast for a long time, studying, you know, Japanese martial arts, and spending a lot of time in Hawaii and surfing. I'm like, there's these 2 cool worlds that they're very separate that could be more together. And I was like, let's do this talk show here. And so I've got a production company that's very interested in doing this.
Wow.
I've talked to a bunch of investors.
Hell yeah, dude.
And so
Jesus.
I just said, I was like, I don't like waiting on people. So I'm like, I'm going to
course.
just do a GoFundMe.
Yeah. And just crowdfund it.
Crowdfund the
great.
first episode.
Wow.
And I already got investors going, Graham, as soon as you get that first episode, I'll throw in.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the production costs here are way lower.
Yeah.
What are you out? You have a GoFundMe right now for this thing.
Go to GrahamElwood.com and you'll see it right on my page.
Right.
And you can be a part of this thing. And we're going to start shooting in March. And you can be in the studio audience.
What's the
fucking
goal
amazing.
and what are you up to?
The goal is really, it's not a lot. It's $6,500 to get a thing
Okay.
off the ground. We're 20% funded already. We've
Great.
been up and running for 10 days.
So
Hell yeah.
please contribute to that if you can.
Anything you can. And like, I've already had several comics go, dude, I've never been to Thailand. And I'm like, come out. I'll hook you up with some promoters in Southeast Asia, do a tour, be on my show. Kevin Pollak, he's listed. I know Kevin. He's
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
cool cat. And he kicked in a sizable amount of money.
Oh,
His
that's
name's
nice.
in the donation
I
thing.
fucking love Kevin Pollak.
He's the
dude.
coolest
so
guy in
funny.
the world, and
He's
it's
cool.
like he's a pro, and he
Yeah.
also at his core, you know, he's an A-list movie star, but at his core he's a fucking comic in the
Yeah,
best sense
he
of the
cares.
word.
Great interviewer too. His interview
Oh,
show was fucking.
great.
He's a very good interviewer.
He's very skilled, and
Yeah.
he's and he was on Comedy Film Nerds numerous times. He was in the podcast festival that I helped produce and create, and so I just like going where there's like, let's do some cutting edge. I like
Yeah.
people who are like, let's push it, let's try something new. I've
Fun
done that
shit.
so many times in my career. I mean, and I've had some success. Sometimes it's didn't work or whatever,
yeah.
but I know this is gonna work, and
You
I
got
already
some big hits, and with you producing,
Yes.
directing, you know, like
and it's like I got investors that are like, Graham, I'm down. I see what
so
you've
cool.
done.
Hell yeah, dude.
They're like,
Bangkok's a hot place right now.
dude, it's great. There's
Yeah.
cool shit happening here.
We have a bit of the attention of the world.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Because geographically, you're in the cross. I mean, it is this Asian melting
Center of the
pot,
world.
center of the
Yeah.
world. But then
Yeah.
you've got people doing business from
Yeah,
the
there's a
West,
lot
the
of
East,
business
here.
Europe,
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Australia,
business.
all
It's
over
a
the
really
place.
cool place.
And so I'm just like, and then I see this cool shit on TikTok of like, I think it's this Japanese woman playing that instrument that.
Oh yeah, Bazooki or
Boom,
something.
boom, boom, that
yeah,
classic.
yeah. I know
and
what
she's
you're
doing
talking
like
Right, Metallica
fucking
shit.
Metallica
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
like
cool.
Van Halen.
Yeah,
and
I
she's
love that.
And I'm like, that's
Amazing.
East meets West. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
have like name Hollywood comedians and entertainers come out. We're gonna get name Thai people.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
It's gonna be massive. And so I'm just
Wow.
like, let's all be a part of this
Oh,
cool
yeah.
thing.
Why the fuck not, man?
That's
Okay.
what I'm about,
Let's
baby.
see what we
Yeah.
got.
That's what I'm about.
There you go. There's the GoFundMe right there.
Beautiful.
You better have me as a fucking guest.
Wow. This is like your grandmother giving you $5.
Yeah, right.
That's more than $5, goddammit.
A little bit of help is something.
Everything
though.
works. Everything helps.
Everything helps.
This is $12.58.
That's like life-changing money.
This is
Okay? Yeah. With
never working again. No, brother, I appreciate it.
Where do you want people to follow you, and where do you want people to follow you?
GrahamElwood.com. Everything you want to get is there. All Graham Elwood stuff. You get the Socialist Christmas album. You can go to the GoFundMe.
Right.
I'm going to be announcing tour dates. I'm doing a tour through China and Japan in January. Those dates will be dropping soon.
Wow.
All my social media, GrahamElwood.com. You can't go wrong.
So cool.
Yeah. And for me, just Phil Risdon. So Phil and then RIZDON.
Right.
On Instagram. That's
The
pretty much
Riz.
the same for everything. You know, wherever you want to find me, Twitter, all that shit. It's all the same. And then I started a new travel YouTube channel called Riz on the Road. And I'm going to be documenting like all my road gigs, any place that I go to.
Nice.
It's all going to be central to there. Because I tried doing that on my original channel. Did not work out so well. So I'm like...
YouTube doesn't like mixing and matching.
It doesn't.
Yeah, even the lengths of, they say,
Yeah.
that's why they have a clip channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was bigger than the program, and I'm not. Riz on the Road. Check that out.
Riz on the road. That's so catchy, dude.
I've had
The Riz.
Google.
Hell yeah.
I've had the fucking tech giants at Google put their boot in my ass. I know what that's all about.
Yeah. Ups and downs.
Riz with three Z's.
Oh,
Riz. Okay, very cool. Okay, thank you. Nice to see you. And come follow these guys. And great to see you. And thanks for joining us. And thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Let's
for
make a
having me,
joint.
man.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Cheers. Peace.
Couple
Let's
of
cut, Andrew. Thank you, buddy.
Can I do a quick? This is for my Patreon, like 2-minute video with you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind
for
of wanted
sure.
to do one
Now
too.
listen, wait. We could film a little if you wanna. We could just have him turn on the camera right now
And
and
send me
then
the
give
clip?
you. Yeah,
Is
right.
that okay?
Easy, right?
Cool.
And same with you. If you want to do something.